Hey everybody, Adam Davidson, RadCast for Friday, March 3rd, 2023. We're in Mark chapter 2. Let me set it up before we get to our key verse. Jesus has been out teaching. Large crowds are following him. In fact, some of the people who are following him are the less among them, the sinners, the tax collectors, the ones that the Pharisees, the religious people, look down upon very fiercely, very critically. They are sinners. They are no good. The Pharisees would say, we are the good ones who follow the laws of God, as well as the hundreds of extra commandments we've layered on top of it. We're the good people. We're the righteous ones. They're the sinners. So the Pharisees were confused. Why would Jesus, who claims to be a holy man, be drawn to these sinners? Why would sinners be drawn to him? Wouldn't they be repelled by his holiness and his separation and his, No, it was the other way around. They were drawn to him, and he welcomed them freely and lovingly. So when the Pharisees saw that Jesus would eat with sinners and tax collectors, they asked his disciples, not Jesus, but his disciples, like, hey, Peter, John, come over here for a second. Why does your Messiah, why does your rabbi here eat with tax collectors and sinners? Jesus overhears them because he's got super Jesus ears. And he said to the Pharisees and to us today, it is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners. And that's the word of the Lord. I've never gotten out of bed in the morning, felt great, and said, you know what I should do? I should go to the doctor just for kicks, just to say hello, just to thank him for, getting rid of my sinus infection last year. I've never gotten up and said, let's go to the doctor. The only time I want to go to the doctor is when I'm sick, when I have that sinus infection going on or something. Something needs to be checked. Something needs to be drawn. Something needs to be probed. And I don't want to break any HIPAA regulations or anything like that or make you uncomfortable. Maybe it's too late. But like something is wrong, I go to the doctor. Jesus says, I haven't come here to get to the healthy people. The healthy people don't need me. The healthy people don't think they need me. I haven't come for the people who think they're righteous. They don't think they need me. They think they've got it all figured out. I've come to heal the sick. I've come to call the sinner. That's what Jesus says. Now, here's what happens here in the U.S., in our little world, our bubble here in the U.S. And I know not everybody who's watching is in the U.S., but I'm just sort of speaking for myself and maybe for some of my friends. We're so comfortable that our biggest problem is we need therapy. And here's what I mean by that. We've got enough to eat. We've got enough protection. We've got shelter over our heads. Not all of us, most of us. And yet we know that we're supposed to pray, and we even have this drawing to Jesus in our souls. So we go to him with what's bothering us. Now, that's okay. We should be bringing our prayer request to him, but sometimes that's about as deep as the conversation goes. And so we come to him with, I don't feel good. I don't feel fulfilled. I'm suffering. I'm not having a good experience. And we want him to sort of talk us through it and be our sage or our guru or our encourager, our coach. And he has these qualities to him. And this is certainly part of being in a relationship with Jesus, but that's not our biggest problem. Our discomfort is not our biggest problem. It's our sin. It's our lack of righteousness. But we're so numb to that part of us that we don't even bring those things to Jesus. And Jesus has come not to make us feel comfortable and not to encourage us and not to help us, though he's done these things. He says, I've not come for the righteous. I've come for the sinners. I've come for the sick ones among you. I've come for the ones who wake up and know that they need a doctor. Well, spiritually, all of us do. Every single day. And so this is what needs to draw us to Jesus. Not our topical needs, not the stuff up here, but the deep stuff that really separates us from God. This is what Jesus has come to rescue us from. This is what he died on the cross for. It wasn't for our comfort. It was for our forgiveness, our salvation. And so this Lent, this season, this weekend, think about your conversation with the Lord. And is it about you finding comfort and solace exclusively? Or is it even more like, God, change my heart? Help me detect the things that are in me. Help me see my great need, not just for a better weekend, but for your salvation. Help me understand how good it is to be forgiven and cleansed. Lord, give me your grace. Give me your mercy. Fulfill my deepest need to be connected to you and not be separated by sin. These are the things we pray about because that's the one that Jesus has come to seek out today and every day. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. We're going to talk about healing. That's RadCast.